Johnny, look!
Johnny, what's that?
It's an airplane!
Oh my goodness.
It's your airplane.
Did Daddy?
You want to play with it?
Yeah! Wow!
Wow, Johnny, that's really cool. Do you like it?
Did you make this in the shop, Daddy?
I did. You can play with it
You
too.
want to fly it around, Johnny?
Yeah!
Go
So we
zoom,
can
zoom,
play.
zoom.
Oh. Mm.
That's an airplane. Can you say cool? So I love that build. That was a lot of fun. I love making things for my kids. Johnny loves the plane, obviously. I want to take this time. I don't normally talk in these videos, but I want to take a quick moment to tell you what is going on with my merchandise. Bunkerbranding.com is where I sell my merchandise. It is an awesome platform for creators. They do a great job of promoting the creators' merchandise and also their brand. And they are launching, today they launched a brand new website. So I would love for you guys to go over there right now and check it out. They are also offering 15% off at your cart. If you just enter the code Rawls, R-A-W-L-S 15, you can get a huge discount on the Go and Make It shirts, on my hats, my bandsaw shirt, my mallet and chisel shirt. All those purchases help support me and my channel. So I would appreciate if you guys would go over there, check it out, check out the new website. And as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll see you next time.